Prime time tonight. You're watching KATC-TV 3, Acadiana's news channel at 6, with more local news. Once again, voted Louisiana's best newscast.
Poverty and unemployment in one Acadiana parish has state lawmakers looking for answers.
New allegations involving possible misuse of taxpayer dollars at another Lafayette Parish school.
And one more candidate throws his hat into the ring for the November Senate election. Good evening, everyone. I'm Scott Brass.
And I'm Deborah Terrible. Thanks for choosing KATC tonight. Hundreds are out of jobs. Many are living below the poverty level. And to make matters worse, people are leaving St. Mary Parish at a high rate.
The economical slump is catching the attention of lawmakers and other state leaders. KATC's Stephanie Simo joins us with more. And Stephanie, what are leaders going to do to alleviate some of these problems?
Well, Scott, the parish held its first Economic Development Summit. Parish and state leaders came together, recognized the problems, throwing out some possible ideas and solutions, and they plan to put those into action. It's the first of a series of meetings for St. Mary Parish, an Economic Development Summit. With unemployment and poverty at an all-time high, St. Mary Parish needs to restructure.
For 50 years, we were so dependent upon the oil and gas industry, and over the past 10, 12 years, we've seen a major exodus of oil and gas. And we've also had a severe out-migration problem. We've lost between 7,500 and 10,000 people since 1990.
They're looking at ways to bring more businesses in the parish and nurture the ones that are here so they'll stay.
One of the incentives that the city of Morgan City could do, conceivably, and this is just an idea, would be to offer discounted utilities or free sewer or free water to a company that would be willing to locate here, and to a company that is having a difficult time staying here.
I've always said that instead of going out looking for the major companies that would come in manufacturing and hire thousands of people, I would just like to go out every day and get one small business to move into my area with 1 or 2 jobs. And if you would do that on a daily basis, eventually you would have some additional tax base.
Senator Gautreaux says St. Mary Parish has what it takes to bring in the revenue. Now it's just a matter of strategic marketing.
We also have a very safe place to live, in that our crime rate is very, very low. We have a beautiful place for recreation, outdoor recreation. We have great infrastructure that industry would be interested in, and that we have, we have I-49, we have the Gulf Intracoastal Waterway, we have the Atchafalaya River, we have an airport.
Now, this was the first of 4 meetings. The state will continue to meet with parish leaders every couple of months, and we'll, of course, continue to update you on the developments. Scott and Deborah.
All right, thanks, Stephanie. That was from St. Mary Parish. Now covering Iberia Parish for you tonight. Efforts to revitalize New Iberia's downtown commercial district are still going strong. Main Street managers from 28 cities across the state met to discuss several restoration projects currently underway and some projects that are still in the planning stages.
Our downtowns are attracting smaller retail businesses, and upper story development has become real popular, converting our vacant 2- and 3-story buildings into residential establishments for property owners.
City planner Jane Bro says the goal is to bring the economic center of the city back to the downtown area the way it was before the popularity of strip malls and retail chain stores.
The State Department of Labor is launching a survey to investigate what types of jobs are in demand around the state. The survey will be handed out to more than 8,000 randomly selected Louisiana employers. Officials with the Department of Labor want to know how many vacancies there are, where they are, and what kind of workers employees are seeking. The results from the survey will be released later this year.
4 Abbeville police officers have been suspended, and disciplinary action on 2 others is pending. Police Chief Mike Hardy tells KATC his officers made minor mistakes, but he chalks it up to inexperience. The officers were suspended 1 or 2 days for various violations, including kicking in a mobile home door without proper permission, moving prisoners without properly securing the area. Now, in that last incident, 1 inmate ran off, although police did catch it.
We're hoping that the small penalty they pay, that they learn from their mistakes and they won't do it again.
Chief Hardy has given the Abbeville City Council a list of violations on 2 other officers. Disciplinary action is pending.
Lafayette police are investigating allegations of misused tax dollars at a 3rd Lafayette Parish public school. KATC has learned Superintendent Dr. James Easton handed over an internal audit 2 investigators on Paulboro Middle School. The investigation continues at 2 other schools for possible misuse of thousands of Lafayette Parish tax dollars. Those schools are Acadian Middle and the W.D. Smith Career Center. School officials tell KATC part of the investigation into the Career Center involves suspected bookkeeping irregularities, including possible missing receipts. Meanwhile, Dr. Easton says he stands by the schools.
Well, there's absolutely no question about what the students are learning and the fact that they want to be here. They're here by design. They're here by their own wishes. And then we have a fine instructor here, and we're just moving forward.
It could take 2 months before the district attorney's office has results on the investigation of the 3 schools.
A follow-up tonight on a September hit-and-run accident that involved a Lafayette school bus. A Lafayette Parish school bus driver faces charges of hit-and-run following an accident in September that killed 66-year-old Wilton Bernard of Scott. A grand jury indicted Sandris Boudreau, also of Scott. Bernard died after being hit by a school bus while he rode his bike on Delome Avenue in Scott. Boudreau is accused of leaving the scene of the incident.
On the education front, putting quality teachers in our state's classrooms is the top priority of the state's higher education officials. Today, the Louisiana Board of Regents provided potential teachers with several alternatives to becoming certified. Applicants with a degree in a field other than education can become certified in one of 3 ways: by obtaining a master's degree in education, entering a teacher practitioner program, or signing up for a non-degree certification program. To take part in any of these programs, prospective teachers must pass the reading, writing, mathematics, and specialty content portions of what's known as the praxis exam.
It is time for a shift in district lines in Lafayette Parish. More people are moving south to such areas as Broussard and Youngsville, and that's leaving smaller populations in middle sections of Lafayette. The school board and the city parish council must redraw lines to reflect those changes. Now, if you have questions about the changes, now's the time to get your answers. A public hearing is going on right now at the city parish council meeting room. Well, second straight day of spring-like weather, another unseasonably warm January day in Acadiana.
I enjoyed it. I had lunch outside today, but will that weather change tomorrow? Storm Team 3's Bobby Wild joins us now with a look at the 24-hour forecast.
Deborah, to be perfectly honest with you, having lunch outside tomorrow is probably not a very good idea, so I'm glad that you're able to do it today. At 10 o'clock tonight, you'll already start to see the clouds rolling in, and by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, when you wake up right before sunrise, you're looking at a lot of that wet stuff falling from the sky. Temperature right around 53, your overnight low, and at 5 o'clock, 67 degrees still with a lot of cloud cover. Of course, Acadiana, I'll be back with the complete forecast for where you live in just a few minutes.
Answers are coming soon to questions about the extension of Ambassador Caffrey to Highway 90. We'll bring you an update.
And there's a new name on the ballot in the race for the United States Senate. We'll have those stories when Acadiana's news channel at 6 returns.
Closed captioning for the hearing impaired is brought to you in part by the Cardiovascular Center at Our Lady of Lourdes Regional Medical Center, Acadiana's Heart Hospital.
Bold, powerful, and a great way to get to work. Dodge.
For updated local news 24 hours a day, go to KATC.com.
In Traffic Talk tonight, property owners anxious to find out details about the Ambassador Caffrey South extension will get an update within 45 days. State Department of Transportation officials have to meet with Broussard and Youngsville representatives to review the plans, which are 65% complete. All parties have to make sure they're on the same page with the project. From there, residents will get an update. The extension will involve the raised median boulevard, which will extend from Vero School Road to Highway 90. Construction on the extension is expected to begin in 2003.
The race for the U.S. Senate is starting to heat up. One more candidate has thrown his hat into the ring for the chance to win that seat in November. U.S. Congressman John Cooksey announced his candidacy today. Cooksey represents North Louisiana, which includes a portion of Evangeline Parish. The Republican congressman says he is prepared to tackle a wide range of issues if he wins the seat on the other side of the Capitol building in Washington.
conservative. I feel strongly about education, about health care. I feel that every American needs to have health care insurance, and that's a growing crisis in this country. I feel that we need to have personal security, national security, and we need to have economic security as well.
State Public Service Commissioner Jay Blossman recently announced his candidacy for Senator Mary Landrieu's seat. She is expected to announce her re-election plans soon.
Senate candidate and Public Service Commissioner Jay Blossman is prepared to make some changes to the Do Not Call program launched at the beginning of the year. Blossman has agreed to remove newspapers from the list of companies that cannot call consumers who put their phone number on the no-call list. A state Senate committee told Blossman the commission exceeded its authority by adding newspapers to the list of exemptions. Newspaper companies frequently make calls looking for subscribers or informing people that their subscriptions have expired.
Well, local groups recognizes one man for doing his part in making Acadiana a household name worldwide.
Plans are still in the works to bring another professional team to Louisiana. First
though.
You go.
Storm P3's Bobby Wild will have the forecast for where you live
when Acadiana's News Channel returns.
If you've been with the forecast for where you live, featuring KATC's exclusive Doppler network, here's Storm Team 3's Bobby Wild.
Good evening, everyone. As you can see, temperatures are still hovering around in the 60s. We're not going to get too much cooler than that tonight. We will see temperatures drop a little, but I'll have more details about tonight's forecast in just a second. Of course, these are live local conditions that only Storm Team 3 can bring you. Compliments of our WeatherNet 3 partner sites all throughout schools here in Acadiana. As you can see, a multitude of 66s over in Kaplan and in New Iberia, 65 over at St. Martinville, 63 at Indian Bayou and in Maurice, and Pecan Island, the cool spot right now at 60 degrees, with Forked Island just a bit warmer at 62. Now, as we also like to do, we'd like to show you live sites at schools all throughout Acadiana, including a live time shot over at Erath Middle School, and right now they are at 62 degrees as well. Let's go ahead and move on now to the big satellite radar picture. Well, there you go. There you can see 62 degrees over at Erath Middle School, and as Deborah said, you can eat lunch outside today, even at Erath, because you didn't have any rain whatsoever in the area. Let's take a look at the satellite radar image to show you that we are seeing an increase in cloud cover and the beginnings of some sprinkles up around Shreveport and the Arklatex area. Now, that will continue to make its way down toward us over the course of the next 12 to 13 hours, and by the time you wake up tomorrow morning to head on out to work, you're going to start to see those showers coming down quite heavy indeed. Water vapor image showing you that a lot of moisture is existing right now in the atmosphere, making its way all throughout the entire United States. Very wet indeed, good conditions for rain showers, but none yet, as the Storm Team 3 Doppler network shows you. If you're in Mamou or in Basile or in Eunice or Overland, you're in good shape because it's pretty dry right now, as is the case over in Breaux Bridge and Henderson, and even in Arnaudville and Sunset, and even here in the Hub City. That will, of course, all change as tomorrow's hometown forecast shows you right there. The clouds and rain showers will continue tomorrow throughout the weekend. We will see a little bit of a break tomorrow afternoon, but I'll have more about that in just a second. Other temperatures around the state are mostly in the 60s, although we're in the 70s in Alexandria and the capital city, 67 over in the Crescent City, 62 degrees for your evening forecast. Cloud cover will begin to increase gradually over the course of the next few hours, and by the time you wake up tomorrow at right around 7 o'clock in the morning, you're looking at 53 degrees with patchy fog and moderate rain. Not too pleasant a picture at all to start your Friday and the beginning of your weekend off on. 68 degrees with a 30% chance of rain showers for tomorrow, as they will continue, although we should see a little bit of a break late tomorrow afternoon as you get ready to start the weekend. But alas, here they come once again, Saturday and Sunday looking like we could see showers, and Tuesday and Wednesday as well. Already with only one day out of the week where we're only going to see sunshine next week, get ready for those umbrellas and slickers because we have got lots of rain in store for you, Acadiana. Temperatures will hover in the 60s and overnight lows in the 50s. Take just a minute to show you guys. I got a wonderful card from the kids over at Delcombe.
You were there yesterday.
Yeah. I was there yesterday and had a fantastic time, and there's one comment here I have to point out that says, nerds are great, because I said that I was a nerd in high school. Aww. And just basically said that as long as you're a good nerd, that's all good.
There you go. Thank you, Bob. Students in New Iberia start planting season early with an Arbor Day celebration of their own.
And ladies, pay attention if you want to learn more about football. UL Lafayette's new head football coach, Ricky Bussell, is ready to teach you. We'll tell you about it when we come back.
Closed captioning for the hearing impaired is brought to you in part by St. Martin Bank. Banking made simple. To email a news tip, send it to news@KATC-TV.com.
The Centre International is preparing for its 2002 Image Awards. Today, the group announced this year's recipient will be Enrique Herrera of Lafayette. The awards, which began in 1998, recognize outstanding contributions made to Lafayette's international image. Previous recipients include Louis Michaud, Zachary Richard, Cy Brown, and Warren Perrin. Mr. Herrera, a local businessman and owner of an oil field safety company, will be officially honored with the award later this spring.
Students in New Iberia got a jump start on the spring planting season. A playground at Center Street Elementary School was turned into a classroom of sorts. The early Arbor Day celebration included performances and talks about science, and then to wrap it up, students helped plant a tree.
You know, it's good to establish a tradition of planting trees with these kids, and you know, the parents are old and set in their ways, but the kids, you know, hopefully we can teach them how important it is, and hopefully they'll start this in their own families. Go home and insist that mom and dad help them plant a tree in their yard.
And Jim Forey says January is a great month to plant trees. It can be a whole lot of fun for your whole family. By the way, Mr. Forey, we do have an application for another project.
I need somebody to come plant trees in my yard. I just can't dig that dirt. I'm weak.
Oh, weak? Come on.
Let's go. Let's move on to sports, please.
Charlotte Hornets, New Orleans Hornets?
Yeah, maybe so. We're going to find out if they're serious or if they're just messing around. Stick around. Sports is coming up.
From the ground up Dodge Ram Quad Cab. 4 doors that open a full 85 degrees. A full-size bed and the largest brakes and wheels in its class. Available only at Truckville, your new South Dodge dealer.
Hey, the Singular Wireless Unlimited Nights and Weekends offer is about to end. So before you run out of minutes, call us. Because right now, when you sign up with Singular Wireless, you'll get unlimited talk time during nights and weekends on plans starting at just $19.99. You'll also get a cool Nokia 5165 phone free, but not if you wait. So hurry. This offer ends soon. Really soon. Singular Wireless, what do you have to say?
And now it's time for sports action with KATC Sports Director Pat Menace.
Hey, how's it going? It looks like the NBA is returning to New Orleans. The Charlotte Hornets have filed an application with the NBA to move to the Big Easy. If the majority of NBA owners approve the deal, the Hornets will begin playing in the New Orleans Arena next season.
On behalf of a very, very proud state of Louisiana and a very excited city of New Orleans, we are proud to announce today that the NBA is coming back home where it belongs, to the city of New Orleans.
We're going to make you very proud of our team in this city. We have a winning tradition. It's going to continue. It's going to get better. We are equally very, very proud to become citizens of your city and your state.
The NBA owners hope to take a vote on the move by late April. Charlotte Mayor Pat McCrory says his city will do everything possible to keep the team. The Cajuns are gearing up for their biggest game of the year, Saturday night in Las Cruces. UL will battle New Mexico State. Right now, the Aggies are in first place in the Sun Belt West, 2 games in front of UL.
I lost those 2, but it happened. Now we're 2-2. This game right here determines first place. We went in on the road these past 2 games, and we went 0 for 2 on the road, so we had to come in, win a game, at least win a game to build our confidence up for the conference, for the future games we have left. So this is a must-win for us.
Rough night for John Brady and LSU. The Tigers getting worked by Florida. The second-ranked Gators dominated from start to finish, winning 102-70. Brady was not around to see the end. He was kicked out of the game early in the second half. Brady said he didn't watch the rest of the game. Quote, "I walked around campus. It's a pretty campus, but it was a little chilly outside." So you think your husband's a lazy bum because all he does on Saturday and Sunday is watch football. He thinks you just don't appreciate the game. You just don't understand. UL head coach Ricky Bussell has the answer. This July, Bussell will hold a football clinic just for females. That's right, only women allowed.
You know, I've done this kind of clinic before. It's a lot of fun. very informational, and they're going to be able to watch some film, be able to take some notes, and just learn more about the game. And we're going to let them work out on the field out here a little bit toward the end of the day. And I think it's going to be something that they'll get a lot out of and have a lot of fun with.
No, man.
No, man. The fellas ain't coming.
The fellas ain't coming.
Well,
They're going to suit up? They're going to scrimmage?
Yeah. You gonna?
Well,
it's all you.
I mean, I wouldn't mind learning a little bit more so that I don't understand a lot of the penalties. I always have to say, now, what was that penalty? Because you guys, before the penalty happens, you're like, that's holding.
But if you weren't commenting on how the cheerleaders were dressed, or
I take in the whole picture. You guys only concentrate on the game and the penalty.
Plus tonight, Nick Saban is up for the Paul Bear Bryant Award. We'll find out in just a little while. We'll have those results for you tonight at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, Patrick.
We'll be right back.
2002 is here, and Service Chevrolet is shifting into overdrive. Get $2,002 cash back on any new Chevrolet car, truck, or SUV, and low financing for up to 60 months. Shift into overdrive at Service Chevrolet with great savings on financing and over $2,000 cash back on all new Chevrolets. Service Chevrolet, Louisiana's #1 volume Chevy dealer.
During Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery's factory-authorized clearance, there's a lot to choose from. So much that to show it all in one TV commercial, we'd need a lot more TVs. Enjoy huge savings on hundreds of quality Lazy Boy items. That's Lazy Boy sofas, tables, recliners, and other great Lazy Boy furniture at incredibly low prices. If you don't have the picture yet, get to the factory-authorized clearance at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries and see for yourself. But hurry, before we pull the plug on it.
It's a wonderful world of Disney movie weekend that hits the spot.
Do you like sports?
First, Saturday at 8/7 Central, it's a Disney classic. Winner of 6 Oscars, Mary Poppins.
Practically perfect in every way.
And Sunday, 7/6 Central, Cruella de Vil's Seeing Spots. 101 Dalmatians. It's a wonderful world of Disney weekend with Mary Poppins Saturday, 101 Dalmatians Sunday.
Pontiac excitement is still rolling at Louisiana Motors. Get $2,002 cash back and 5.9% financing on Pontiac Sunfire, Grand Am, Grand Prix, Bonneville, Firebird, Aztec, and the Montana. That's 2002 and 5.9%. That's Pontiac excitement. Happening now at Louisiana Motors. Have we got a deal for you? You bet.
It's a mixed bag for your weekend. Thunderstorms on Saturday, clearing out though for Sunday, maybe even good enough for a picnic lunch. Temperatures will be in the low 60s for highs and hovering right around the 60-degree mark.
Very good. Thank you, Bobby. That's going to do it for us at 6 o'clock, folks. Thanks for being with us.
We'll see you back here tonight at 10. Have a great evening.
It's a bridal expo.
Friday.
5 a.m.